Excuse me. Making sure. Okay. Yeah. Today, I'm going to be doing this thing. These things better be sending data. You better be sending the right data correctly, guys. This time. So, enough with the noise. I'm going to get to it. Um, more noise today. More noise like yesterday. Uh, I'm just riding on the wave of my own happiness because, like I said, beliefs create reality. Things come true. The more you desire it, the better that it just happens, dude. And it's fucking cool. It's cool that I'm seeing things and people are reciprocating because they actually care. There's like my ancestors and people, everything, everyone is in connection with this. And I thought it was all a joke at certain points in time. Some people are clowning on me, but I don't care anymore. Like, I doubted myself for a really long time, and it's good that people can come. There's certain people that can come into the world and just give you like an understanding, like help you, not give you an understanding, but more of like remind you what you already knew. I can't even stress that point even harder anymore because a lot of the things I'm just like, oh, I go in a loop and I'm like, I forget this, and then somebody says this thing and it's like, whoa, it's profound. I'm like, wait, it wasn't profound. It was something I already knew. I just didn't have the words to say it, and they just sat there and thought about it and figured out what word will go with what feeling and how to explain it thoroughly without getting tongue tied. And I know there's the very specific psychic references of humanity. Boy, so I gotta figure out. I gotta put all this stuff down, make all a list of all the things I'm gonna talk about in this hour. Um, because there's a lot. There's always a lot. There's so much more to cover. I'm not gonna ride on that wave on my page because I've already been doing that anyway. Like I don't even have to do most of the work. I don't. The most of the work is already done. Like I don't have to do much. So it's it's sad to see people be that way. They claim that I was that way. I'm humble as fuck, dude. I say a lot of shit on the internet, but that's because people say things in my DM. They go in my private message and they talk shit to me. They won't say it outright on my Facebook to like say it to my face. They say it like off on the sly side away from everybody so nobody sees their bullshit. What jokes? I love that clowning ass shit. Like I'm just gonna be obvious. I'm gonna be unfiltered. I'm not gonna filter myself for the masses. I'm not. I might get shunned. I might get blasted. I might get people telling me that like you suck. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't care anymore because it's about. It's literally about me and myself, in my reality. Like if you could take anything and glean from that, that's good on you, you know? But if you find that there's something that might not be there, you can leave. Everybody leaves. You know when something is not right with you, you leave. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that person is ultimately wrong and evil. Don't go there. Don't even go there because to even say that I'm evil and I'm just a man with a child, with a little girl, child, and my wife, and we're trying to do the best that we can. Like, I don't care, dude. You can say whatever you want. I'm doing whatever. Say what you want. I'm not going to keep going on. I'm like, oh my god, he's so insecure. I'm like, dude, the fact that you point out that means that you're insecure because it lights you up. I wear my insecurity on my sleeve. I don't care if I'm insecure to the masses because it doesn't really mean anything to me. Like, you want a house and a car and like, dude, come on, come on. What does that really all lead up to? This facade of having a group of friends where you have to pay attention to all these people. They're baby people. They gotta baby them. They gotta baby each other all the time. I understand the group mentality. There's a illness in it. There's an illness in it. There's an illness in it. Now the village, they hung out with each other and they ate and then they dispersed and they did with their thing and then they go back to the like. It's not like we got whatever. I don't know. It's weird. Really strange. So you can have friends. There's nothing wrong with that. No one's saying that you can have friends or not. I'm saying that people don't think it's okay to have friends. They think that they can't trust people and that somebody's out to get them. Well, that is because of how capitalism is establishes the psychic reference of everyone. It makes everyone think a certain way. And people like to judge. They like to judge about everything. So that they let their judging mechanisms go out of whack, and they place it in things that are not applicable. They're not applicable. They don't belong there. They don't serve anything for you. They're arbitrary. They're novelties. So what I gotta do? She's just upset lately, and I gotta do that because she just gets upset about everything lately, and that's just what happens with. It's not that I'm not giving her attention; it's that she's upset, and if you hear her crying, it's because she just like wants to grab something, and we don't want her to spill it, and she just throws a tantrum. It's just like a lot of stuff that this house is not baby proof, and it technically is something. There's no H there. It's misspelled. Oh, makes my head hurt sometimes. It makes my head hurt because she's just doing it for attention, and now she's just making noise just to make noise. It's funny, but she calms down, but it's like every like 10 to 15 minutes something that she grabs and then I don't know. Babies, children, they'll get over eventually. And yes, like a human, I get upset like anybody. I don't beat them. I don't beat my kid. I do get upset sometimes. She's just like, ah. I don't know. Nobody wants to hear about me talking about. Just like, ah, stop it. Just stop it. That's a little bit louder than that, a little bit sterner than that, kind of scary, but not to the where I'm like, ah, cut it the fuck out. No. Not with her like that. Just stop it. Just cut it out. Like literally, dude. And she's just like, ah, and I'm like, oh. So, but my life has always been like this. I never get any kind of peace of mind. And when I try to do it, it just gets even more hectic. So I just leave it alone. I don't care. Eventually I find peace of mind just creeps in on its own. I don't have to do anything. That's the thing about people. Everybody's just like, Gotta make it stop. Gotta make it stop. Gotta make it stop. All the cringe. Make it stop. Make this stop. Dude, you're gonna be fighting forever. Paper dragons, paper tigers, forever. I'm pretending on the internet. I'm upset about a lot of shit, and I have to internalize it. And then, like, some things I'm acting out on the internet and a blog as a meme, and people are like, they don't understand that. They don't understand what is going on in the psychic reference of a lot of people. The mask is there. The mask is taken off. The mask is put on. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the mask of the psyche, and we have millions of them, thousands of them, and whatever you want to talk about, whatever. And all of the religions talk about it. Most all of them, a lot of them, the ones that are popular, they talk about all the many faces of this deity and the many arms and this many ideas and many constructs, because they can't really put, back then deities couldn't be put, they had to be representations of ideas because people did not understand ideas and they could not understand the psychic reference of ideas, so they created a person, personified it, and acted it all out, and then told stories in relation to the psyche and how it works, because that's all it is. That's all it's ever been. And I keep getting construed it up, and people keep trying to confuse me in that little thin area of the little veil of aliens versus gods versus demons versus angels versus heaven versus hell. Is this a hell realm? Is it? Well, I'm having a great time, because it can go either way. It's like a paradox. I realize that there's a lot of people that have way worse situations than I did. But I went through a lot of fucking shit. I can't even compare to a lot of other lives. But I do have a reference, so I know where I'm coming from and where I came from. And right here, right now, a lot of people tell me, oh, I don't know who the fuck I am. What the fuck? With all the reincarnational evidence of understanding about my life and your life and anybody else's life and whatever the fuck just happens to come whenever it feels like it, willy-nilly. And I'm not just talking about my ass. People are like, oh, you're just lying. I got a lot of fake ass people that come and join me on my Facebook and then try to debunk me, and they don't know what they're talking about. I haven't seen anybody say anything legitimate anyway. Nothing connecting to anything that makes any kind of sense. And I'm not just rehashing bullshit from other people. There's some things that I just diligently am studying. I knew from high school, but it didn't retain, because things don't retain when you're like coming of age and you want to fuck. Pardon my French. You can't retain anything. You can't be in school when you're like, oh, I gotta, girls, bro, that's just natural. Girls are like, I'm disgusted. Well, a natural, real man coming into age and his fucking goddamn hormones going out of the fucking roof. I feel sorry for every guy. And I feel sorry for everybody. And it's not your fault. It's not your fucking fault. And this is the facts of fucking goddamn science and reality in the world that we're put in, and the pollutants that are going around. Every time you touch a receipt and you don't wash your hands, even if you got bare hands, yo, you touch that hot filament, the heat filament on that coating, the chemical coating. That chemical coating, y'all. You're touching that shit. It's seeping into your bloodstream. It's going into your body. It's messing you up. It's destroying your heart. It's messing up your hormones. It's messing you up, y'all. When you touch a receipt, every time you go to the grocery store, you buy something. I feel sorry for all the people that work there. I'm not making this up. This isn't like this watch the water documentary bullshit. I don't even want to talk about that shit. Ugh. I don't even want to say this stuff is like cringy to even talk about because people are like, oh, I don't. It's really bad because there's a fine line. There's conspiracies. And then there's conspiracy theorists. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't think and create conspiracies. I research and find conspiracies. There's a whole difference. And I don't even want to talk about whether I'm a conspiracy theorist or whether I am whatever you want to call it, because I'm not a terrorist. I'm not an extremist. Even though I speak on extreme subjects, I am none of those things. I can't even, I hate labels. And people are hard-headed than a mother trucker. They'll just pin a label and they'll be like, look, this is what I see. This is what I find. You can find anything in a mirror. You can push as hard as you can, but you can't walk through that damn mirror. Eventually you're going to shatter that bitch. And then you shatter it. It's all broken. And you're cutting yourself up. And you're blaming the person that you think. And it's you. You're pushing on the mirror. You cut yourself. You broke the freaking mirror. You broke the reflection. And now the reflection is just shattered. It's just destroyed. You cannot see straight. And then some people gouge their eyes out, trying to see the truth so hard through somebody else. An eye for an eye. Because of the fuck, that's what it means. My energy is strong, yo. I'm not a liar. You call me a liar because I call you out on your shit. We cannot retain all of the truth of all of the world and all of everything. You're always going to be a liar to somebody. Truth and lies, lies and truth, wherever you stand does not matter in this world because you are a nodal point of experience for God. You're always being worn like a glove by the deities and you are doing their bidding. You think you're doing your bidding? You got even smaller, tinier, microscopic entities that float around in your brain and command you to do things, whether you believe it or not. And you think, oh, toxoplasm, oh, blah, 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 viruses. No. You forget one little bastard that's sitting there, and it doesn't matter what you eat. You gotta fight that bitch. You gotta fight that bitch. That big old little, big little dragon. Big little snake. You gotta figure out how to beat that motherfucker. Because he's like in there and he's confusing you and he's making food. And whenever you feel like food is this, it's not. He's saying that shit. Little microscopic worm inside of you. That's why all these other religions are like, don't eat pork. It'll do something to you, dog. I don't eat pork. I don't like it. I don't like eating pigs. It's not about eating animals. It's very specific. You don't eat horses either, dog. Like, you'll eat a horse. Boy. A man that eats a horse. And what happens with that man? Oh, dude. Oh, man. Watch out. Watch out, ladies. I'm saying ladies because, quote unquote, ladies. Watch out, ladies. Those dudes that eat horses. There's a small little group of guys. You don't know about them. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about a lot of things because you're like, oh, you're not what you eat, but like you are, dog. You are and you're not. You are what you eat and you're not what you eat at the same time. You can have your cake and eat it too. You remember that phrase? You got to change up your habits, everything. You can't keep eating the same thing over and over and over and expecting yourself to be okay. You can't eat McDonald's, yo. You can't eat Burger King. And then you're going to work and that's all you're eating. Really? You're going to talk about, I gotta be vegan. I know damn well I will never eat fast food. I make all my food at home. I stay at home. And you know, I've always stayed at home. Not even with the freaking COVID thing. Cuckoo wasn't really the initiation of all of this. It was all people that did not want to involve themselves with the cuckoo-cuckoo-chews. The real cuckoo-cuckoo-chews. Because the real cuckoo-cuckoo-chews out there, they just been doused. Floating around. Unaware of the medications that they under. You go to the doctor and just like pumping you full of shit. Feel sorry for y'all. I don't feel sorry for you in a bad way. I feel sorry for you because you don't believe and you feel like that's okay. And that's like, I'm like, yeah, I need my medicine. I'm like, You know how many people screamed at me about that shit? There's a lot of people that yelled at me against a lot of the things that I say. And you know what? I find it more fucked up that they come to me in the way that they come to me. I'm the way that I am. I'm opening up like that. I'm open. Like they say, you're open. Get him. That little girl, she's quiet. Like my wife, they look at her and she's timid. She's not timid. She don't want to lash out at you, so she like internalizes it. She wants to lash out at you. She wants to fucking say, that shit's bullshit. But she can't say it because she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. And I'm not that guy. I don't care about hurting your feelings because I've been shat on all my life when I will say, hey, yo, maybe you should do it this way. And what the fuck? Fuck you, bro. Who the fuck do you think you are? That's uncalled for. Why the hell would people just do this? And, you know, and when a little kid, ever since I was a little kid, I've been treated this way. It's a breezing apart when you see people that have open arms and they want to help you. They want to talk to you. They want to be your friend. Dude, I'm a strong ass motherfucker. I broke down mentally many times. I won't do it on air. You might think that that's what's happening, but I've already been done in that. Been done in that. Whatever you call middle-age crisis that might be creeping in, I don't give a fuck. Though, the thing is, we're considered depressed if we don't want to take a shower. You know, that's a fucking lie. The goddamn water is contaminated. It has so much fucking poison in it. And then they're telling you, you don't take a shower, you stink, you're depressed, you can't get a job. Well, I can't get a job because I smell like body odor. Quote unquote. This is what I'm saying. These are whether it be true or not, or theories or not. That nigga stinks, he need to take a shower. Well, you a dumbass because you've been dousing yourself with fucking rat poison all the time. Well, who's a winner? I guess I'll just be a loser stinking all the time while you're just a brain dead idiot, can't fucking figure out your way in or out of your body. Your dreams are all fucked up. Your brain's all fucked up. You can't remember shit. You can't think straight. Don't tell me ain't nothing wrong with you when you take a shower every day. 3 times a day? Oh, my water's clean. My water's great. My water's awesome. The water's great. No, this is a distraction of the truth. The water's still fucking bad. And it ain't got no cuckoo in it. It ain't got no snake venom in it. Ain't no cuckoo in that. And that makes me angry. Because what's really in there is rat poison. And you know it. There's a certain degree of rat poison where your body can't detect it. No one else can detect it unless you do tests on the water. And what is the point? It makes your teeth not brittle. It causes them to crystallize, and then when you chew, it compacts them, so they compact, and your teeth are just compacting in your mouth. Eventually, they're gonna fall the fuck out. They're gonna compact to the point where they're like, I don't even want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. See, your teeth aren't meant to do that. They're like, you're brushing them. You're also brushing the enamel off your teeth. It doesn't matter how soft or how strong or whatever. You're scraping the surface of your teeth off. Soft bristle, blah, blah, blah. Your teeth are made a certain way, yo. I don't even talk about it. It's like coral. You got little entities in there. You got little men growing in there, living in there. Certain pH, certain bacteria are growing your teeth like coral. And them scientists, them dentists won't let you know about this. They won't let you know. The food that you eat destroys them. The sugar, the acid, all that shit kills them. And it makes your teeth vulnerable. And then the plaque builds up because they aren't there to keep it down. And then you have pH ratio. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about health to people. I want to make music. This is the thing that happens to me because there's a lot of shit that I know that people need to know and they won't listen. They're taking the advice from freaking doctors, and them doctors are doctoring your life through documents, through all of these things so that they can keep making more money, whatever. I don't have to have a doctorate to know this. You don't need to not have common sense to not know this, because common sense will tell you this. Even if you don't have common sense, you will still find it through your own common sense. You will realize, hey, why aren't people dying on the street? Oh, I saw a person die the other day. Think about it, though. You got a freaking ambulance. Ambulance. Animal dance. Animal dance. The animal dance. Yeah, you got you got them dudes that come and carry you away when you fall over and somebody calls 911. I'm just being dumb, yo. Like, wambulance. All this wambulance, and I am not playing my music. So here we go. My daughter is so angry right now. She's just like, ah. everybody's going around like, this person's dumb. Look at this dumbass motherfucker. Look at this dumb. They're fucking chemically, their brains are chemically, dude, I am so mad about this shit. Their brains are so freaking chemically fucking full of toxins. They can't even make a simple decision on life. Like, even they're like programmed out of their brains. The program can't work because there's too much gunk in the system. And dude, I can't not stress this shit. I don't think a lot of people are dumb. People think that I'm saying that you're dumb. No, I'm not saying that you're dumb. I'm saying that you're dumb by fucking chemicals. And if I ever do sound like I'm saying you're dumb, bro, I'm sorry. But I'm here to try to help. I am not here to try to make shit worse. The fucking shit that pisses me off, this construct, this paradox, this construct. They've already been like fucking around with people in think tanks. Got everybody believing some dumb shit about each other. And they're not really looking at the scientific facts. You're polluted. Your brains are polluted. You can't make a simple decision. And then people are laughing at you. And then there's people you see people having mental disorder based on things that they're eating, based on the fucking pills that they're taking from the psychiatrists and goddamn doctors, and all the shit is causing all this fucking turmoil. And I don't even talk about who it is. I'm just saying, in general, it's obvious. Then there's people that you think are normal because you've been taught that that's normal. That's not normal either. So nobody knows where to begin. No one knows where to begin. And this is the grand scheme of the chaos. And the thing that I know about, I can't show it all. It's not like a paranoid like monster trying to get you. It's like you are it. And you have to realize that you are it, and then you stop everything that you've been doing. It's not about what they're saying. Like, the Bible's talking about sin, but it's not what you think. It's the same. Like, sin is like a trespass. It's like a misunderstanding. It's like you don't understand this and you're involved in it. You shouldn't be here. That's a sin, dog. If you're an asshole, you should take your asshole ways to an asshole land. That's how it should be. But people don't know that. This is what the whole world was like. This is why that balkanization has started. They're like, well, we don't like what you're doing. Go over there. Cross the mountains over there. We don't like what you're doing. If you run into new people, well, that's your damn fault. We don't want you here. And if you stay here, we'll kill you. They use that custom of all life. That's just natural. That's a natural village custom. It's natural. That's a natural animal defense where you got territory. Simple territory. It's not that they're being terrorist. It's that people live in a certain area. Terra. Territory. Territorial. Alpha or any of that shit. And them dudes with the giant muscles, they can't even move their fucking neck. And then you got dudes that are like smaller than me, and they just like, and the dude's like, ah! This would be the end of that dude. Real shit. Bruce Lee. Everybody's seen Bruce to like make him disingenuous. Like, that's sad how Hollywood was like, this guy's too real. We gotta make everybody believe that they're not that strong in themselves. What the fuck? We gotta create this illusion that everybody's weak so that we can uphold them with movies like superheroes. I won't watch a fucking Marvel movie. You personify yourselves as those fucking characters. Those are the shade versions of the actual thing. Like, you read the comics, them fucking dudes are badass. You watch the movies, you're like, what the fuck is this shit? What happened to... Dude, Storm. Oh my god. Halle Berry, you ain't nothing compared to Storm. Nothing. They feel so emasculated. All of them. They feel not emasculated or even like... What is it like? They're shaming them. They're shaming the actors and actresses. And they're like... You know, people like know that people like the genuine shit, and they're like, what the fuck is this shit? And they're like, fuck the actors. And people are like, what the fuck? And the actors like, they're crying at home. I look so fucking stupid. I hate this movie. Because they do. They fucking hate that movie. You don't hear them talking about how I was in this Marvel movie and I loved it. They don't love it. They hate it because it's a mockery to their physique. You go and look at dude, go look at them hand-drawn comic book characters. You're like, oh, super sexualized. No, those guys were like fantasizing at the pinnacle, like they're fantasizing at the pinnacle. Physique, you know, like they're just a human body. Like, dude, like that shit's beautiful. What's wrong with that? You know, all these people that are just like look at their bodies and then they're like shaming cis. I'm like, well, yeah, there's a good reason why you're shaming that. Like, dude, go do some exercise. Don't change. You do transfiguration in that. Go pump some iron and get big. If you feel too small, maybe. I'm sorry. That's body shaming. I feel that way. I'm like, dude, I see a dude bigger than me. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Wife sees it, she's like, oh yeah. I'm like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, dude, come on, y'all, get real, dude. Stop being jealous and just do it. Do it. I just put the rhythm in the background to have like a template to play on, and I really don't care about rhythm, and it makes it sound like I don't know how to play, but I'm on a different level. Specifically, I can play all day to pop off the poppy shit, and then you get all technical, trying to sound like a robot even though you're a human, And then I don't see the purpose of that. You just program the shit out if you're gonna do all of that. Because that really is pain. Like, I understand, like, challenging yourself with something like that, and you say, oh, this is, yeah, I get it. I get that. Like playing video games, like playing Mario, Super Mario World. You're like, fucking, you gotta keep playing that level until you beat it, and then you eventually learn how to beat it and not die, and all that noise. And eventually you can run through the whole level and not get touched by anything, and then you bounce off all of the dudes. I know the shit. I'm not going for that. That's the thing. The whole world is going for that alone, always. Why? Why y'all fucking like moths to a flame to a certain idea? Don't never want to like diverge from other ideas. You don't want to like separate yourself from the amoeba just for enough to find something new, see a new world or something. No, bro. Humans are huddled up next to each other like ants. Like, oh, I don't want to get hurt. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. We're not like viruses. We're too frail. We're not like viruses. But we do multiply. And them billionaires, they really want to kill us. Now, you've seen me ranting about that in the past. I'm actually mad about that shit. I'm mad that motherfuckers are saying that shit and think that that's real and that's where we should be going. Bro, are you insane? The world is not overpopulated. Stop listening to their shit. The world is not overpopulated. The more people, the more hands to help clean up the shit. People are eventually going to buckle down and do it. We're all going to eventually have to be like, drop the guitar, drop the mic, turn the computer off, go outside. And then we're going to go outside and we're going to see the trash on the ground. And we're going to pick it up and we're going to put it somewhere. And we're going to figure out what to do with it. Well, eventually, because tidal waves of shit are going to start coming down on us. That's the apocalypse. That's the real apocalypse. It's not what the hell you're saying. The end of the world. The end of the world is this shit. This box. When it crumbles down, your world's dead. And then you're like, I'm outside. I'm a monkey now. I'm not a human no more. That's your world is dead. That's what that means. That's all that is ever gonna be. You keep lying to yourself. Oh, the bombs are gonna drop. When? Dude, if the bombs drop, I hope to. Then let them announce the bombs so I can go and catch one of them bitches. Because I'm so tired of this shit. Really? He's such a suicidal, crazy ass idiot. Dude, I am so tired of this shit. Announce another bomb. Tell me that they're gonna drop them on us. Tell me that they're developing a new fucking bomber. And all this fucking shit. Keep telling me all this crazy ass shit. Oh, the war. Dude, you're gonna cancel each other out. It doesn't matter. We're all in a fucking nuclear war stalemate. It doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna drop bombs. Y'all are so silly. We got bombs aimed at each other and we're like, who's gonna go first? You know what that means? Nobody knows what that means. You can't understand that. They're not going nowhere, not doing anything. Too much invested in this. Only to just blow up a small little area and just to say, call it, we had a war. Sorry, baby. Call it a war. You're gonna blow up a small little pimply area. They just popped a pimple on the earth. I'm sorry that people died. If they did. I can't tell. Because I'm over here. And I think like what's going on over here ain't going on over there. But then at the same time what's going on over there ain't what they're showing over here. So I've seen it many times where they make CGI and blow up fake bombs. I know a dude, not personally, I know a dude that creates explosions. He is so good at it, they look real. And then put them in the movies, okay? They're not real explosions. They don't have the time and the money, and it's too dangerous to have the rigged little models and blow them up. It's really a pain in the ass. Those guys lost their money a long time ago in the 90s. The last time they did that, they made a whole documentary about this called Movie Magic. The last one was Independence Day, the little model. It was a tribute to all of that shit. They'll never do it ever again after this because it costs too much money. It costs too much money physically to get people to build a model of the White House and then rig C4, little fucking wire C4 in it, and then blow it up to make it look like it's real. And the people in the movies are like, the people watching the movie are like, whoa, they blew up the White House. You know, people can't really fathom that. It's a 1/16th scale model. They don't want to believe it, yo. That TV is playing with their fucking brain. A square. A square with the ratios. Dynamic symmetry. That's what they call it. Dilemma. Dilemma. The dilemma. Like, come on, man. Stop making fun of me because I mispronounce words. But stop making fun of anybody. You're not smart. You came into this world as an infant. You're still an infant. You're not smarter than anybody else. And the fact, this is the thing. They are afraid of people like me because I don't want you to be smart. Don't be smart. Don't be intelligent. You are intelligence. You're already smart. You are already smart. You can't be smart. You're already smart. Whatever that means. Smart. I don't like that word. I think smart is an insult. People are like, oh, you're so smart. And why don't I feel good when you say that? Because I always felt dumb. All my life, people kept telling me how they walk up to me and tell me I'm dumb. It's not because I believe that. It's that I feel dumb. I feel really stupid in this world that's not made for me. Who the hell do you think you are? When you told me that I'm just a piece of shit. What are you accomplishing? What are you accomplishing? What is this in this world? What is this? What is it for? What does it mean? What are you doing? You tell me, oh, go see therapy. You're so negative. I'm angry because they pushed you in these avenues and they culled your creativity. My creativity is beyond this. Because I'm so fucking angry, I have to resort to this. This is what all angry people go to. And then they shun you because you're like, you're angry, you play guitar, you're angry, you're angry. No fucking shit, I'm angry. I should be listening to the religion that I'm supposed to be following. The rules of math. Anything, anywhere, anyway, anyhow. Please, I'm gonna be lost forever amongst the people that are not there extending their hand. I'm glad to drift alone in the seas of misery. Or, yeah, sure. I'm not a bitter dude. I'm just upset about shit. actually the trauma that my stepfather has imprinted upon me. Because he was a third world countryman. Comes from Nicaragua. You know, speaks Spanish, doesn't speak English. Automatically caught like prejudice from a lot of white men. Of course, it's real for me, not real for anyone else. White people can't see their racism. They try to say that. They can't fucking say what the fuck. They try to defend it. I'm not racist. Dude, that's racist. Just accept it. You might have some kind of fucking, like, some kind of like nuance, some kind of like speech pattern, some kind of like action, some kind of reaction, some kind of thing that makes you racist to a black person. You just gotta get over it. Not in the way that you're just like, get over it, bro. Don't fucking tell me to get over it. You have to get over it. The fact that somebody comes and confronts you and says, hey, I really didn't like that. Or, oh man, what the fuck? If I got upset, wait, yo, hold on. What's up, man? What's up? You okay? I'm sorry, bro. You know, my friends have done this with me, you know, and I was stupid and I kept going. It can ruin a friendship, okay, whatever. But it didn't quite ruin it to the fucking fact that, hey, maybe I wasn't wrong and I was picking up on something. You got inherent racist traits from your parents. Your parents are racist. Maybe your fucking parents are racist. Maybe they're fucking racist. And then you got this Black Lives Matter shit. Where I didn't think white people were gonna let me down, they fucking totally let me down on 100 million thousand scales of their like passe and novelty fucking shit. Let me just put a picket sign outside of my yard. Black Lives Matter. You didn't do anything, yo. You know, I was out on the street and I saw so many people, they drive past my house van. Don't talk to me about Black Lives Matter. You knew I was homeless. Oh, angry black man, get away from him. You see me every day. You see me walking around in the homeless streets of Asheville. That shit's classic. You know, when people can become billionaires too, overnight. Sometimes that happens. And they're like, how did the fuck that happen? Why are you gonna listen to the masses? Everybody, the whole coal of everyone is not doing, like most of the people in the world aren't doing anything. And the little ones that hide in a pocket way away from everybody are not doing anything the way that I am not doing anything. I'm not participating in your fucking community shit. Not in the way that you think. Behind the scenes think tank. I show you my face, but I'm not gonna tell you my name. Anybody else that knows me, they don't want to. They don't care to know me. You dig up some scoop, go ahead. There's nothing there. There's no dirt. There's nothing to make fun of, except for the fact that I'm some dude that still lives in his stepfather's house. Make fun of that. I don't care. He owes me, technically. It really is like that. Because you don't know the history of that shit. I can tell you all the fucking history. I can tell you all the fucking shit that I went through. I can tell you all the things that might not mean anything. Like, dude, the world is hard. You gotta come up. 3 times hard for me, I guess. And like reading what Seth says, according to what Seth says in his books. Yeah, I have it 3 times as hard. I got double jeopardy. Top of double jeopardy. So it's like more. And I see it with every black man in America. They got a jaded look in their eyes. If they're successful, like monetarily, financially, it is strong and hard at the same time. Strong, easy, light, and hard at the same time. The whole spiritual community buzzword glossary dictionary shit. Let's go over a couple of words, a few words, like negative and positive. Those only apply, in my mind, only apply to electricity. And humans, the electromagnetic quality of their thought. And if you're going to compare that, if you're going to compare that to negative and positive in like electricity, both states are neutral except for the on state. And on state is alive and hot always, okay? The on state is the most negative state, cautious state you could possibly be on when it comes to electricity. So if your thoughts are going and on, you're aware. They're not necessarily positive. Everything that's on and going is positive. Even if you have negative thoughts, I put negative in quotations. Now, I don't even want to get confused with this. I don't want to try to confuse you with this, but you're going to be confused no matter what. Because I deal with electronics. I deal with psychic reference all the time. My thoughts are not negative. My thoughts aren't positive. My thoughts are thoughts, and they just pass through me. These aren't affirmations, these are the truth. This is shit that you have like divested yourself and divorced yourself from to think that this is now true. This is something that you must try to achieve. This is your original state. Your thoughts, your mental state, where you were supposed to be thinking any kind of thing, all ideas were arbitrary with some significant importance to culminate into reality, or to divest itself or conjure itself into reality. This was not a known practice in the past. This is not something this is now something being taught regularly to the common-based people. This might be the hard way, but it's the hardest way to the easiest way. Which is the easiest way. Because you're going to go the hard ways of the ways that don't get you there. And it'll be the hardest way of them all. sounds stupid. It sounds corny as fuck what I just said. But whatever. Really think about thoughts. Thought patterns are not negative. What is desired is considered positive. What is not desired is considered negative. So if you don't like eggs, you don't eat eggs, you can't consider them negative. You don't like eating meat, you can't consider every animal that eats meat negative. If you don't understand all the culminations of science and the balance of bacteria, you can't say that this certain disease is negative or all the other ones. I can keep going, like with the negative and positive are like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You think that like a plug, electrical plug that we plug into the wall is negative or positive? Like one prong on one side, another prong is negative and positive. Do you really think it's like that? You take that bitch and flip it upside down and plug it in there. There's certain devices that don't have the little tab to keep you from plugging in the bigger one. It's slightly bigger as an illusion to make you think that it's negative and positive. It's not negative and positive. What's going on is similar to that waveform that you're seeing on the top of the screen up there. That's what electricity is like. So you can look at the bottom, you can look at the top of the screen up there. That line is a vibration or a signal. So a signal doesn't travel when it comes in this certain specific. It's not traveling when it comes to electricity over the wire. I don't even have instruments and I know this. It is a waveform. It is a wave that literally abruptly awakens as it goes along, as it's going along the line of the shit at the speed of light. The speed of light is just the threshold of what matter can react to. There's things that can be pushed past that threshold, like what my friend showed. Like he showed with lasers that you can hold a laser and push it faster than the speed of light. It's already going, the light is already traveling, so-called traveling the speed of light. But I'm gonna prove this with a slow motion camera. That light, all light, isn't being, it's like a rubber band. You just stretch it out. So like when you apply a signal like this, it just causes it to like bloom. And then when you turn off the signal, it pulls it back in and it's barely visible. And it's invisible to our eye. And I can't really explain it. It's the same thing as you take a magnet and when you spin that bitch, the field of the magnet expands and it gets bigger. And you can generate more electricity through the wire. It's the same concept. It's like a ball hitting another ball and another ball keeps going. That's kind of like what's going on, but there's no movement involved in that sense. There's nothing traveling somewhere. It's kind of like a reaction. One reacts to the other thing. This thing cascades this thing next to the thing, and the other thing cascades to the next, and it travels at the rate of the speed of light. But it's not light. The speed of light is the interference pattern of the absorption, re-emission state of the waveform So, but light and electricity aren't the same. They react the same kind of way, but they're not the same. You combine electricity and spin it around and make these like very strong charged explosions like lightning, and it's a lot of spin going on, and there's a lot of shit that's like, oh, there's no spinning involved. There's a lot of spin. There's a spin that's happening I can't really explain. That's why it crackles in all the shapes that it does. You can see smoke. It does the same kind of shit, but that's very slow. Very, very slow. Smoke and lightning have a lot in common. Fluid dynamics, all of these things have a lot in common. And with my eyes, I'm seeing it. I'm like, I gotta show these people. I gotta try. I got all these things, all these stupid ass ideas, and I've been trying for years to show people about this, tell people about this. You know, when you take a laser, and this is a very high powered laser. I don't have no batteries in it. These are the ones that are illegal. They're illegal. You can't buy them anymore. You don't sell them anymore. What is this one goes like a quarter of a mile? It's a quarter of a mile. It's not a mile long, it's about a quarter of a mile. It's like 125,000 feet. Roughly. Yeah, 125,000 feet. Yeah, somewhere around there. Okay, so when I don't know, when I get money in the future, or I could even just tell the slow-mo guys that are on the internet. I don't know if they ever did this. I don't know if they did this, because this is not an idea that a lot of people have, and I'm just seeing this with my naked eye. Maybe I'm seeing an illusion, but when I go out at night and I shoot this thing, I hit that button and I'm looking, I can see the beam go all the way out. And then when I turn it off, I can see it suck back in. Now, I don't know how anybody else doesn't see this. I don't know why anybody else doesn't see this. Maybe I'm autistic. Fluorescent lights. This is one of the things about autism. Fluorescent lights bug the shit out of them. Fluorescent lights bug the shit out of me. I can't be under those blue lights. They're going. I'm like, my eyes. I can't see. I can't think. I am blind right now, and I can feel the light beaming into my head. Is that really not happening? It's fucking happening, because you take a light and you shine it into your hand. It shines through your hand. That light is disrupting me. It's doing something in my brain. And whether science wants to acknowledge that or not, whether they want to see or be truthful or not, I think fluorescent lights are harmful. They're extremely harmful. Blue light toxicity, whatever you want to call it, whatever. I don't like them things. Well, let's keep going with the light. I'm pushing the light with this thing. Pushing the light. I know this is just a little LED, and then shit. Okay, I gotta stop. Because she's upset. She's also tired. There's a lens that focalizes the light into a beam, like a flashlight. A laser is just a really high-powered flashlight. Okay? Now you take a light, like one of those lights, the light goes in all directions, diffuses in all directions, and then you focalize it with a beam and a cup, and turn it into a cone. But you're just folding the shape of the net of the emissions and re-emission and absorption. So that net, there's a lattice. And I want to talk about that lattice. That lattice, you can bend it like a net. It's like, I've seen it when I was on DMT. You see the light from the sun going through. It's like an extension of the sun. All the light that we see is an extension of the sun. But then that light is also an extension of the earth. We are all living on the sun. We're living in the sun. And there's this physical projection. All of these things. They're illusions. They're like, we're living in the sun. We're living in the rays of the sun. Like literally in the rays of the sun. There's nothing that you cannot there's nothing you cannot do. Okay? There's nothing you cannot not do, and there's nothing you cannot do. Okay? Dude. People telling me there's lies. No. The lies are the diversion of the self. The lies are the diversion of the self that are keeping you from the truth. The secret dudes trying to teach us. The brotherhood. The brotherhoods. And then they got infiltrated with their little bullshit, a Nazi bullshit. I don't know. What's going on right now? That Nazi shit. I don't like it. I know what it is. I've been told the truth, yo. And I cannot be denied. And I'm like seeing the patterns. I'm like, okay, that's what they're talking about. Wow. They want you to be afraid of this. Why? Do you even know what that means? It does not mean Illuminati. Fuck, bro. Really? It doesn't mean Illuminati. It means. Now I'm just like miming a reaction bunny. Like I'm not really like, it's just people. This is like my brain recording shit that people have said, and I'm replaying it. Like, no, nobody's chatting. If there is, I don't care. Nobody gave me a time of day in real life, except for the fact that it were like some people, like my friends, will do like something like a show. You say, hey, you don't want to be on my show? Now that's fucking dope. And they already got, a following and all that stuff. That's good shit. It's not like we have to make each other the star. We have to make each other stars. Like all these people throwing each other under the bus is fucked up. Now people try to claim that I'm doing this. No. If I ever confronted you in your face, I will go onto your page and say, this is bullshit. I would go onto your post, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. I don't do that. I stopped doing that a long time ago because I am an idiot and I know that people that do it to me are idiots. Stay on your own page. When people start agreeing, you'll like what the hell you gotta say. And that's how it goes. It's not a narcissistic thing that Facebook has done. It's just so that you can build confidence in yourself on your own without fucking trying to cheat people. It was made that way so that it's like out in the open so you can't cheat me. I'm glad it's like that. You can tell if I'm lying or not. You can tell if I'm not. But are you following me long enough to even see if I'm lying or not? What am I talking about? I'm talking about a bunch of vague concepts that don't really mean anything. until it actually means something. And that's when it fucking hurts the most. I'm not trying to hurt you. The realization, the self-realization hurts. I don't want to be a scientist. I wanted to be a scientist when I was a kid. I don't want to be a scientist. Now my calling is to be a metaphysic advisor. But that's not a guru. I am a metaphysic advisor. I advise about metaphysics. What's that mean? Metaphors and ideas. I say, hey, this might do you good. This might not do you good. That's it. That's not guru talk. Guru talk's like, bow before me. You'll never be anything. And you have to sacrifice everything to be something like me. What? No. Hell no. Hell no. Never. Not in a goddamn... I will wear the poverty and never tell you to do that. I've told many people on different kinds of levels, your job sucks and da-da-da-da-da. It really does, but that's not telling you to be like me. There's other things that you can do. You probably already know how to make money. You already probably know how to run a business. You probably have great organization skills. But guess what? It's only applicable to the industrial environment. It doesn't mean shit in nature. Nothing. None of that shit means shit in nature. Me playing guitar means shit at all in nature. Except for the birds and the bees and the trees. And where I was, bro, that shit will bloom. Is it because it was Asheville? No, it's because I played music. Where I played music, the flowers would bloom the most. I saw the difference. The birds would sing more. I saw the difference. They would come and sit in the trees and listen to me to play guitar. What? What? You're like, you didn't film it. It's not real. I can't do it. I was homeless. So there's no way I could prove that to you. There's no way I could show that to you. I had a couple of videos of hummingbirds coming and flying off the feeders. But when I go and play my guitar, they would come out. More. Crazy, yo. Birds love music. They love music. And it doesn't matter if it's in 440 or 432. It doesn't matter. They love all music. When you play, well, if it's too loud, it's too much. But if it's like this is audible within the range that they can hear with birds, it's high. So like guitars. I'm usually getting pitch harmonics as well too. But that's just part of it. That's only a small part of it. Them birds, boy. Them birds aren't real. I really don't get that meme. Birds are fucking real and they're like essential to the environment. What do you mean they're not real? Like when birds falling out of the sky, that's not real. Like mass, like groups of like birds, murmurations of birds falling out of the sky. I don't know what to think anymore. Stupid meme. Birds aren't real. dumb, and like they're like troglodyte, and they're like troglodytes in the delivery about it. It's like, dude, come on, bro. Are you really? You don't know what the hell that means. Birds aren't real only applies to like spy shit. Like you're goofing off on like they got spy equipment in them. Anybody, so I'm afraid to say anything or anything many of the times, and I get so angry to the point where I do say people's names. I don't think anybody is gonna have the time to go through my stuff and be like, oh, you're talking shit about me. I get mad about shit, and that's just normal. That's human. I'm not throwing a tantrum on the internet. A lot of people are throwing a tantrum like a little kid. And look at him, he doesn't know how to handle his shit. A lot of the shit is just me getting it out. So I don't have to deal with it later on. I put it on the fucking internet. If you do happen to see it, it's there. There's a lot of knowledge in a lot of shit. There's a lot of good fucking points. There's a lot of fucking lies. There's a lot of garbage. There's a lot of fucking gems too. There's a pile. I'm a dragon. I'm on that pile. There you go. Times where I've said things about Oprah and the correlation to just the West Coast, you know, and a lot of things I've said about Mount Shasta, and I was living on the street. I know people that have been there. I know people that was talk about that shit in the UFO cult and all of the things. There's people that are doing good and they have nothing to do with that. Okay. But the suspicion is very, 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 very strong. And it seems very interlinked with certain traffic circles. Because really smart. I'm watching you on the internet, dude. I can see what your connections are and what it means. Fuck. I wish I could keep going. Like, I wish I could talk about Oprah. How my mom just sat there and watched her show. Oprah's gonna call me. I'm gonna call her. She's gonna call me one day. I'm gonna go there. Like, my mom's not retarded, but my mom was made retarded by watching TV. So, that was her fault. I don't trust Hollywood. I don't trust the West Coast. I don't trust mainstream much of anything. Los Angeles creeps me the hell out. street that everybody goes to, that corner, is the one corner, like Wabash and Lake, you know, in Chicago. You know that one. But it's a very specific corner. You got a lot of group of people, rainbow kids, dirty kids, rainbow kids. They know about that corner. Such a long life of sober, from such a like painful existence of being connected to specific kinds of drugs, they fall back into that pattern again. So they never ever did any of that other stuff on top of that, which just makes a lot of sense. So like, it's very specific to this area, the sleepy type. It has nothing to do with the trippy type. And the trippy type was never involved in his life, which is very, I mean, well, I guess he said to a small degree, very tiny small degree. And he's always curious about it, never actually did anything. So it shows that you don't need psychedelics to get in contact with ETs. And there might be very specific ETs that are trying to contact you through those elements. It might not be as safe as you think. And then if the CIA is involved, they're trying to develop better mushrooms, specific ETs speaking through these mushrooms to speak to you. Gain part of your knowledge, gain part of your existence. Simply gaining anything by observing who you are through the construct of the mushroom itself. So it's not like they're taking anything from you, or not any kind of energy is being drained from you. It's more of just like you open the door, now they can see inside. And they're like, hey, wow, this is different. Write it all down. Any more malicious than that? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's TV. You get 1,000 million images flashed in your mind. You think it's happening all the time. It's not. People are not like that. You can go find all the scoop of all the shit. Generally, people are not like that. There's no one constantly stuck in a corner, huddled up doing that creepy ass shit that you think is going on the internet. It's not. like that. They might have people who have mental illness and they're dealing with it periodically here, and they're like, I gotta fight all these things, and then I'm just gonna do it. Creepy. Like blowfly girl. Ugh. That man's nasty. Like that dude said, it is nasty. Women are strange. I like not saying that. All women are nasty. That shit's nasty. Even a woman would say that shit's nasty. My wife cringed when she heard about blowfly girl. She was like, what? I was like, yeah, yuck. Blowfly girl, yuck. Oh my god. It was the nastiest shit. But eat of the dead. I don't know, yo. I can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on forever about all the subjects going on in my brain. And I just let thoughts pass through me. I've always been like that. No filter. I don't want a filter. I don't want to filter thoughts. I'm like, yeah, I formulate my opinion, but it doesn't overall like change my perception of what's coming into me. My perception, I unfiltered that shit. I have to. There might be some things I'm like, oh yeah, you sound like a cis male. Okay. But I don't agree with that, because I don't agree with cis males. I don't agree with a lot of cis males. I don't think that they're right. I don't think that anyone's right. I think that transhumanism is a real thing that is being trying to implement on our fucking life, and there is technological advancements or industrial waste that are being told that are technological advancements and are very strategically put into the system as a disruptor so that they can provide a cure, which is hormonal balancing. If the problem is there, you don't know the problem exists. But then the problem is told that it's something else, of another source. It's not that source. It's not because you've been told to be male and you never felt right in your body. It's because you've been chemically altered. You want to argue with me. Let that sink in. You feel like you're not born in this body. There might be a chemical imbalance that is being administered upon you through the application of industrial waste and free market products. I'm not trying to sound technical. I'm trying to keep it dumb down for people to understand. I'm talking to myself. You might listen one day. Why is he doing this? He has a mental illness. Why is he doing this? No, I don't have a mental illness. And I'm not trying to gain any attention. I stay in the shadows, but it's too long. It's too long. I have to speak up. I'm not dying on a hill. I'm doing well, for people that need to know. I hope y'all are doing well. Yes, I am still dealing with my mother, coping with my mother's death. That shit sucks. And you know, it sucks that people would, like, I was looking on the internet and that shit popped up in my face. I know this is old news. It's been like a year since that shit happened, but that shit's fucked up. He's got so much. He did his work and got there. Maybe he did say some fucked up shit. Maybe he did deserve it. I don't know. The dude does say some stuff in his streams, but that doesn't warrant you to talk shit about the dude's father like that. His father dies, and then you talk shit, and then you make a bunch of fucking goddamn shit on the internet. Dude, you're a loser. You're an epic loser. Anyone that, and you know all these epic losers that came on my Facebook talking about you don't follow Christ, and that's why you're suffering, because you should have been close to God, and that's why you don't da da da. Dude, the fundamental thing that the Bible didn't teach me, how I know that my mother is okay and that I know that everything's great and that there's the life after death, is that simple, stupid, goddamn bullshit compass. The dumbass compass that they give you, Rimfriend's star, they give you the 8-pointed star. They slap it in your face and you don't question it. Yeah, up, north, up, down, left, and right. That flat star has a pattern on it to tell you that it's dimensional. That star isn't 8 points. It's like 32 or something like that, and it points out in all directions. That star, the lines line up when you look at it dead on. It lines up in a way that makes it look like it's 8 points. It's not fucking 8 points. It's 30 fucking 2. 32 points. Not 64, 32. Okay? The other 32 are inverted so that they point inward and it makes that shape. And the star is like the essence, it's not the complete essence of our being. It's like the crystal, that crystalline cross, the cross that you see, the 4 going across, and then you got the 4 going there, and that's like these are like partial. We call it partial. The X is partial in the middle of the cross. Christianity's funny. Brilliant concepts. Brilliant concepts. I'll give them credit for like initiating people in the beginning. And then you realize that it's like, oh, I'm not in elementary school anymore. I'm in college. And screw them elementary kids. And I meant that not in that kind of way. I meant that in like done. No, done with fucking goddamn elementary school. That is the worst thing anyway. I mean, you are still trying to, you still have to refer to the basis. We all are children. We're all children. We're still freaking children. It doesn't matter how old you are. And everywhere people talking about act your age, I like that meme. I love that meme. How can I act this age? I've never been this age before. How do I know? You gotta listen to other people and see what other people are doing. They're all doing the same robotic shit at that age. Whatever, you're acting your age. Whatever the fuck that means. Act your age. Ha! Okay, if I act at my age. I'll act like a timeless, age-old, timeless era dragon. No, that's what I'll act like. That's my age. Be angry as fuck. Want to destroy all of the bullshit that I could possibly destroy. And hoard all of the knowledge that I could possibly hoard to give it out to everybody. Not even, I'm like hoarding it. That's a joke. I can't retain it. There's nothing to there's nothing to like. People always told me like, no, you got to remember, and I don't want to remember, and then it actually is connected anyway, because all of these things are connected, and then they're like, that's not connected, but it is. You don't need to remember. It's connected. Why remember when it's already fucking connected? You don't need to remember. Remind yourself that it's connected, and then you won't have to be like, but you get over time, you forget, and you think you're a liar. It's not true. Then there's people that are just lying, calling other people liars. Good job. I like how the people that don't really spell words correctly trying to call me a liar, and they're trying to say they use I. They spell the word I, E-Y-E, for the word I, which id as ego is not the I, and the I is not id, and id is not the ego. You can't. They're not interchangeable. The I is not interchangeable with the I that is the self, even though they might seem to act the same way. Like the I is the camera of the mind, but the I is independent, is not independent of the mind. It has to have the mind connected to it. It has to have the brain connected to it to receive signal, to see the image that it's receiving is actually the image that it's producing. So you mentally are producing everything that you see, everything that you hear. People talk shit about people that talk to themselves. It makes me angry. And then I go and talk to myself like, hey, it's okay, buddy. It's okay, man. Don't feel like that. I have to cheer myself up. I have to fucking be the one to do it. Nobody's there for me like that. My wife, she's frantic a lot of the time. And it's not even about me. It's just OCD is a bitch. OCD subdues all of us. We all have OCD. We all have compulsive, obsessive compulsive disorder. We all have it. The very degrees, yes, we have it to like where I want to drink coffee, where I'm horny all the time, and I want to get that over with. That's obsessive compulsive disorder. All of these things are that. Brushing your teeth. That's obsessive compulsive disorder, whether people want to believe it or not. There are no toothbrushes in nature. And you don't eat that kind of food in nature. All the food that we eat are science foods. The baking food is a science food, is a lab construed construct. It's lab work. Being a cook is a lab scientist. They're the same. Same. Utensils are very similar to each other, except you don't have a microscope here. It's very close. It's very close. You got things that weigh. You have to weigh things. You have things that disturb things. It's very close. You have to have certain procedures. You don't have to have a hooded vent, but then you use a hooded vent for your cooking. There's a lot of things that are very similar. I'm not laughing or smirking because, I figured something out. No, this is an ongoing thing that's been going on and on my own and on and on and on. Projects. I'm not projecting. I don't have think tanks that I can fund all over the world to project bullshit into the world. They want you to believe that this is demonic. They want you to believe that God seeing over you is a bad thing. It's not really seeing over you anyway. It's seeing in you, through you, out into the world. That's why it's in the middle of the pyramid. And the pyramid, you look at the self, there's a pyramid here, and there's a pyramid there. And then you got them interlinked. In the middle of that pyramid is the I. In the middle of the Merkaba is the I. The I is the consciousness. Do we not know these things? Do we know these things? Are we not coherent enough to understand these connections? I'm just being silly, bantering in that condescending way. I'm not really condescending. I'm angry because people have been condescending to me, and I'm using it as sarcasm. When people think that I am like this, you really got to understand I'm just explaining myself in that kind of way. It's really long-winded shit. This guy's crazy. Well, think what you want. I'm not making myself public for no reason. Maybe people need to see what mental illness is like. Maybe you need to see mental illness is not really mental illness. It's actually the after effect or conditioning product of these four walls. In ceiling and floor with the pale opaque whiteness that they keep painting on every fucking building, inside, everywhere. Clean slate. Got to be white, shiny, clean slate. So that you feel clean in a dirty ass world, because it's dirty. It's dirty what they're doing. And they want you to feel clean. Like in the hospital is a dirty job. It's a nasty, dirty job. And the things that they're doing are worse than the bullshit fucking documentaries that they're putting on the internet. That stupid, watch the water shit is a lot worse than that. Because to connive something like that means that they're in their genius conniving some bullshit like that. As a distraction. Maybe they hired that guy to do that as a distraction, but they really are doing some conniving, fucked up shit. Not a lot of people think they're creating black holes with CERN. Man, no. They're shooting light into matter to see the DNA construct of it. Yeah, they're shooting this super fast light in the shit to see certain things that they wouldn't normally be able to see, and they pick it up on a computer on the other end. I don't know if they're shooting light into light to make a black hole. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. It makes no sense. How you can shoot light into light to make a black hole? What? No, they're just seeing all the little light particles fizzle out of existence into nothing. And they're trying to figure out where it's going, and they call it a black hole because it's here, and it disappears. And it goes nowhere. And they're like, where is it? There's nothing there. The machines can't detect anything. I don't see anything. What is it? There's a black hole. It's miniature black holes everywhere. No, dude. It just crescendoed out of existence, but then displaced itself into all the other matter. Antimatter. Shut up. Antimatter. Displacement of matter is not fucking antimatter. Displacement of light is anti-light. Come on, man. Come on, science. Get with it, dog. Where's the anti-magnetism? Where is it? Anti-magnetism, where we go, where things are repelled from each other to the certain degree that all matter just falls apart. Anti-magnetism, where is it? Where's the anti-electromagnetism? Where you apply electricity to something and it explodes into millions of pieces. We call that magnetism too. From what I know, like all what I've been studying, all of this shit, implosion, explosion, the same shit. One's just going one direction, and the other is going the other direction. One's going inward, and the other one's going outward. But then that's physicality, and it's all its own set of rules. And then you got psychic reality, has its own set of rules, and then people are just like, what are those? What are they? What are you doing this for? You are telepathic. They don't want you to believe it. They give you evidence that you are telepathic so that you don't believe it, because they already did a bunch of studies and all that shit to see that you're telepathic, to know that you're telepathic. You don't want to believe that you can be brainwashed. And I'm saying brainwashed where they can just wipe your mind clear of these certain thoughts and imprint whatever the hell they want. That's what brainwash is. Just by easily just like introducing you to one idea, there's a whole plethora of ideas behind it. You open that door, you walk in, and boom, you're forever changed. You can not walk in. You can stand at the doorway and you'd be like, well, I want to walk in. Well, I see this. Oh, whoa. That's a red flag. No, nobody does that. They're just like, woohoo! I'm going to be with the club. You think that's what this is? I will not initiate not a single soul. Not the way that he initiated me. No way. I feel like all of this was planned. What does that mean? It is planned. There's a plan. Some kind of plan. They say, oh, it's God's plan. No. It's G's plan. G's plan is to get everyone in these grooves, to create a new either dystopia or utopia. And then you got these infiltrated dudes that are trying to pull it towards that dystopian era, so they can be the ones on top and reigning on everyone. Because they want to use the Bible as a weapon, and they can, and it will be done. What shall be done in heaven and shall be done on earth. And that's some things that people are not taking into consideration. What shall be done in heaven shall be done on earth. It's not the other way around. Because it was already done in heaven. It was way done before in heaven, way before it would be done on earth. You understand? And when you read it in the Bible, it's backwards. Because it's like, what shall be done on earth will be done in heaven. It's not like that. Because in that case, heaven hasn't been created yet then. And in that case, heaven has to be created on earth. And then that saying then means that heaven has to be created on earth, and then there's no heaven, and that we have to create it on earth. I'm not confused. I'm not. Read it again. Read it again. Which one comes first? Kingdom of heaven or earth? The Lord's Prayer. Y'all be saying that shit. It's funny. Y'all say the Lord's Prayer. It's funny. That's a funny group of words. This is funny groupings of words. How long have I been doing this for? What time did I get off? 4. Damn, I've been doing it for like 3 hours. I've been talking for like 3 hours. 2 hours. Okay. Whatever. There's a lot more to go into. I know I'm American and I don't know shit about other religions. I don't study them long enough, but I'm noticing that certain ones don't lead anywhere. They don't do anything for me. They haven't done anything for me. And all I've seen is a bunch of people adding up themselves into a club. That's all. The community is fine, but then when there's people that need help, it's all in fellowship. There's no like, oh, you're hungry tonight? We can bring some food over to you. That's what I call fellowship. What? 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 What I call fellowship? Man, I don't see what people are doing. I don't see people doing that. They wait until they go to an organization like a church and then they want to bring food there. I hear Christians talking about, oh, we have a potluck. You come over my house. Da 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 da. Are you really genuinely trying to get to know somebody and understand? Maybe they might be poor. Maybe they're so fucking poor and they're so ashamed of it they can't tell you. And they're just trying to fit in. Wear their Sunday best. But I go home and their fucking shit is disgusting and you can't do anything about it. You go over to their house, you're talking shit. Oh, you ever go to the bed? You ever go to so-and-so's house? Their house smells so bad. Da, 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 da. You would go and get some money and help that person out, or you like pitch in with some friends and be like, yo, we're coming over to your house this weekend. You know, just surprise them on their fucking porch or even, and just come and clean their house for them. Maybe they're so depressed they can't do it. People are so screwed up. They want to talk about depression. Just get over it. Dude, I want to slap your motherfucking ass. You must have never fucking had any kind of genuine, fucking real painful thing to happen in your life anyway. To say that so damn easily. Or you're just a bitter ass piece of shit going around saying, well, just get over it. No. That person is grieving. Let them grieve. Don't treat them like shit if they can't fucking, you can't take it. Leave. But don't fucking shun them because they're being fucking, like, I have to leave. I love you right now, but I have to leave. I can't deal with it. Don't fucking treat them like shit. Even harder because you're fucking the best. You are such a piece of shit. You're so haughty that you're better than them. I see all these people on Facebook and on the internet going around, I'm so smug. I'm not, at least I didn't make this poor choice. Foaming at the mouth with your fucking goddamn putrid fucking pompousness. And I'm foaming at the mouth with my hatred, so I don't give a fuck. We're just this fucking bad together. We live in this spiraling fucking dust of bullshit, right? He's so negative. No, I appreciate life. I appreciate my wife. I appreciate all the little things that are going on around me. I appreciate these government forever stamps. So random. I appreciate my jazz pick. I appreciate all of the stupid little things in life. I appreciate all of the big things. I appreciate all of the people that have ever graced their presence upon my page. And then they stuck around because they saw how genuine it was. And it was real. It wasn't some guy pretending to be somebody. I wish I had blue eyes. I'm sorry, Celesta. I wish I had blue eyes. This is sarcasm because I really did wish I had blue eyes and blonde hair. I could just... look at me. My name's John. And I'm so righteous. You'll follow everything that I have to say. If I put a lisp in my mouth, you would fucking love it, too. Goddamn bullshit, bro. bullshit. I'm such a hated ass individual, and I have a strike like a cobra. I'm just afraid to wake her up. She's even worse than I am. Going, ah! When she gets tired, she's, ah! And she'll kick my ass if I wake her up. Chill the hell out. But I'm just spending this time to talk, to goof off, because I would be homeless in the street with my phone doing this. Hey, look at me. I'm talking about metaphysics. Hey, guys. Fucking troll. Loki, get out. Get out of here. Tricksters, dog. They come when they want to. I don't care, dude. Y'all better get on it. You're gonna find out you're telepathic. You're gonna find that you're telepathic. You're gonna trying to convince other people. Not like convince them, but like get them to see it. It ain't gonna work. You're telepathic. You're gonna discover it eventually. Eventually. You might in this lifetime, you might not. It just depends on your focus. It's what you're focusing on. You can miss it so many times. You're just like, your brain's like, and you're just like, you say in your head, you're like, butterflies, and then they're a fucking butterfly. Like, you're gonna find it. You're like, eventually, butterfly. Eventually, it's like, is it gonna show up in a card? Is it gonna show up in a picture? Is it gonna show up as a real butterfly? People don't even think about this stuff. They're like, is it they say things in their head, it's not gonna happen. And then it happens, but it doesn't happen because you can't see it, and you don't see it, so it doesn't happen. But it happened because you weren't looking. It was like that many times. I'm like thinking about elephant or something. Elephants. Like, why? I mean, that's just elephant. That's one thing. Marlboro Man. Just there. Horse. But what form? What nuance? What extreme is it? To what extreme will it manifest? Based on your beliefs, based on what you are really, 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 really caring about in the moment. If you're thinking about paper, it might just show up on some sticker. 2, you're just like down to the 3D, to the 2D, to the 4D. If this body is a shadow to a 4th dimensional creature, I'm just saying if, then the Earth is a torus, and it's not a globe, it's a torus. So, flat dimensional. So we're gonna do this with the circles. Circle. Where we got one? I could take a top, but that's just stupid. I got all kinds of shit all around everywhere. Fuck it. I'll just use a top. So, with this top, just give it give it some leeway. Give your brain some leeway. This is a flat thing. It's flat. Flatter than a motherfucker. So flat, razor thin. Okay? I don't want to cut a piece of paper and be like, oh, it's flat, because it's flimsy. This is not flimsy. So, this, whether it be spinning this way or this way, spinning this way or this way, whether it be spinning this way or this way, overlapping patterns, vibration. So, I really hate that they started in science and in geometry where they start with the dot. They start with a dot, and then they start with a line. Then they go to the line. A line is infinite dots. Okay? Right? So we go from a line to a square. What? Bro. Fucking stupidest analogy ever. Because we didn't start with a little square. We didn't start with a square, and then all these little squares make lines, and then the lines make a plank again, which will be a square. So you'll get confused, and you'll be right back at the beginning again. And then you have this flat deck that will never ever make a stack that's a plank. Okay? It'll never make planks. And then you got these planks, which makes more stacks. So they infinitely go in different directions. Spatial dimensions are flawed. So when we go inward into non-physicality, that's where the fifth dimension starts to come into play. The fourth dimension exists, that's time. But the bigger it is, it's outside our scope, it becomes non-physical. Really it does. It becomes physically non-physical for us because we are flatlanders. No, we're fucking flatlanders. Computer boys and computer girls. We are literally flatlanders, but we don't live on a flat earth. We live in a construct, a plank reality. Okay. I hate quantum. I hate the terminologies. Ugh. But just say that we start with a dot. The dot is only, there's no dimensions. But for the fact that the dot exists, it creates dimensions. We got a stuck paradox here, and we're fucked. Oh, turn the light off. Whatever. It sucks. I'm gonna have to talk about this later.
Oh, you can put a light in?
No, because I need to. You want to lay down? Go ahead. I'll turn it off. We'll do it later. It's always when I get to the important shit. Shit that means no. You're no. Go. No, I'm not doing it in the living room. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm done. You're good. It's okay. Chill out. I'm not mad at you, dude. Chill. They cannot see what I'm doing. Now no one can see me. Well, I'll just do it with freaking. I'll just do it this way. It's stupid. Okay, so. But I want to actually do it with my hands. It's so dumb. Like I'm a hands-on person. I don't like shit. What now? I'm not Italian. So you got a dot. Okay? That dot, by size, do it again. Again. You suck. This used to work where I would right click and it would do the opposite color. I don't know why it's not doing that. Okay, now it's doing it. Weird. What is going on, son? Okay. This is a dot. We all know this, right? We're all gonna do the dot thing. And this is a dot. Crazy stuff. A dot and a dot, okay? So, according to the screen, it looks like that. Right? What is this guy talking about? Undo. Right? No. MS Paint. Ugh, it's so, like, barbaric. On the screen, that looks like some squares. But the best I can do is make a circle like this to show the contrast of a dot. It's taking a really long time to explain this, and that's why I could do this with my hands real easier, much easier. So, and this is really making me angry, the way that this is working. It's really annoying. Don't save it, girl. So, all right. So, let's do this. I can actually show it in this. Yeah, my computer's gonna be really slow right now. So in case of, in this case for a computer, it can't make a complete circle because of pixels. All right. But in geometry, this looks like a dot. Alright? It looks like a dot. Now, you could take this dot. It's supposed to be no width and no height. It's just supposed to be a dot. So we got another dot. But this one's 3D, and you can't tell. But it is three-dimensional. It's just like this orb, this little blob. Alright? It's three-dimensional. This isn't. If you spin this, you get this, okay? If you spin this, you get this. Alright? If you take this and you spin it around on its axes, on its, what is it, Y axis or X axis, you get this shit. Okay? It's that simple. What is it? X and, yeah, y, what is it? X and Y. And Z. Z doesn't really matter. Okay? X and Y is the one that spins on. Z, based on their perception, it doesn't do anything. Now, orienting all three of these to make it go in a ring creates a ring, a torus shape. Alright? As it's gone around, it makes a torus, a ring shape. Alright? You take that ring, let's do this. It's a shitty ring. Let's delete that. So it makes a torus, kinda, a donut, and you flip that, and you keep flipping it. It makes another circle. Hey, that's the fourth dimension. That's the fourth dimensional aspect of a sphere. It's just a torus. Spinning. It's not just the torus. It's not just going around. It's also oscillating up and down. So then the oscillation of up and down makes this sphere again. It makes another greater sphere. And then the greater sphere makes another torus. And then it keeps going. Dimensional aspects are this. Like that. The square involved is the axis, the orientation. The cube is based on the orientation of the matter involved. Matter isn't like a cube. It's just this haze blob in middle of the cube. The orientation of the cube can go like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, but in and out too. In and out, in and out. How can I explain in and out? I don't. It's like a in and out, in and out, in and out, like this. In and out. Everything's like that. In and out, in and out. But then Think about this in all directions, in and out, all directions at the same time. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna think like that. It took me forever to explain that, but you're an idiot. You're crazy. You're stupid. You don't know anywhere you're talking about. You're just a lump of coal in space. Two Tauruses split, like two Tauruses stacked on top of each other, spinning, creates a cube. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Just do it. Excuse me. It's ugly, but whatever. Mm, mm, mm. What does this mean for the business community? Rocky, Bullwinkle Show. Windows sucks. How can we make your experience better today? Shut it up, yo. You stupid mouse. Are you kidding me? That's weird, y'all. Ugh. Okay. Donuts make circles. Spheres. Donuts make spheres. And spheres make rings. Donuts again. And then those donuts make more spheres that are bigger. Hyperspheres. Or whatever you want to call those. Hypersphere. Hypersphere. Why are no other mathematicians talking about that? Is it too simple and dumb? Rather than saying like calculating this shit, it's so easy. Why are they not talking about it? I'm done. I'm tired. My wife is sleeping, and my daughter is asleep, and I'm not being respectful.